It was a cold and dark evening in London, and Sherlock Holmes was lounging in his armchair, reading a book. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door, and he heard the familiar voice of Inspector Lestrade. "Come in, Lestrade," Holmes called out, putting down his book. Lestrade entered the room, looking frazzled. "Mr. Holmes, I need your help. A priceless diamond, known as the Eye of the Tiger, has been stolen from a wealthy businessman's home, and I fear that this case may go unsolved without your assistance." Holmes sat up in his chair, intrigued. "Tell me more, Lestrade. What are the circumstances of the theft?" "The diamond was kept in a secure room, with a state-of-the-art security system. But it was discovered missing this morning, and there is no sign of forced entry. The thief must have had inside knowledge of the security system." Holmes nodded, his mind already working on the case. "I will take the case, Lestrade. I will need to see the crime scene and speak with the businessman and his staff." "Of course, Mr. Holmes," said Lestrade, relieved. "I will arrange for you to have access to the crime scene and any other information you need." Holmes stood up and grabbed his coat. "Come, Lestrade. We must not waste any time. Every moment counts in a case like this." The two men made their way to the businessman's home, where they were met by a team of forensic experts. Holmes examined the crime scene with a keen eye, noting every detail and making observations that Lestrade would never have thought of. He noticed that the security cameras were tampered with and the alarm system was deactivated from inside the house. He also noticed that the door to the secure room was unlocked. After a thorough examination of the crime scene, Holmes and Lestrade went to speak with the businessman and his staff. They learned that the businessman had recently fired one of his employees, and that the employee had a grudge against him. Holmes was intrigued by this new information, and he began to suspect that the employee may have been the thief. He knew that he needed to look deeper into the employee's background to uncover the truth. He asked Lestrade to gather more information about the employee, his whereabouts, and his alibis. For the next few days, Holmes worked tirelessly on the case, piecing together clues and following leads. He interviewed witnesses and examined evidence, determined to find the person responsible for the theft. He also analyzed the security footage and found out that the employee was the one who tampered with the cameras and deactivated the alarm system. Finally, after much investigation, Holmes was able to solve the case. He discovered that the fired employee had indeed stolen the diamond, using his knowledge of the security system to gain access to the room. He also found out that the employee had sold the diamond to a local jeweler. With the evidence he had collected, Holmes was able to arrest the employee and retrieve the diamond. Thanks to Holmes's brilliant detective work, the case was solved, and the businessman could finally have peace of mind. Lestrade was once again impressed by Holmes's ability to solve the case, and he knew that he could always count on the detective to bring criminals to justice. The end.